morning, everyone. Welcome to this Inward Circle Assembly. I am so excited to have our guest speaker here today, Michelle Guelfand, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. So she is a holistic, results-oriented life coach and speaker, and she is an expert in neuro-linguistic programming, guided imagery, and positive psychology, and she's based in the San Francisco Bay Area by me. And she studied the mind-body-spirit field for over a decade, integrated with a results-oriented approach from her 14 years of work experience in the high-tech industry. Michelle is passionate about empowering and guiding her clients to achieve their desired outcome in any life area, whether professional, personal, or health and well-being, and become a better version of themselves. Coming from a lineage of teachers and being an NLP trainer, Michelle enjoys sharing her knowledge by providing educational and intriguing lectures and workshops relating to holistic wellness, including the power of the mind on self-healing, emotions management, stress management, goal setting, the power of words on wellness and motivation, communication skills, and more. And I'm so excited. I found Michelle through my community of women powerhouse healers. And so I was so excited when I found out about her work, because the mind-body work has been really important in my journey. And so I'm so excited and so grateful to have you here today, Michelle. So we would love to hear if there's anything else you want to tell us about yourself. And we would love to hear all the strategies you're going to share today to help my educator crew get some clarity and stress management tools.
Yes, thank you so much for having me here, Katie. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and share some of my knowledge with your community. And thank you for inviting me to your 10-week of self-care programs for educator. And for everyone who's listening to it right now or maybe later, kudos. I really commend you for taking the time to put this as a priority. And by doing that, you are already that means you're already open to learning new things and incorporate them into your lives. And that's really important. And yes, we can begin. I will start by sharing my screen with you guys. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So some strategies for stress relief and clarity. Okay.
I just have to mention, I love the frog picture, by the way.
Meditating here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how I move this away. Okay, so as Katie introduced me already, my business is called My Desired Outcome Academy. And I do anything related to achieving desired outcomes. And I really, really believe in holistic wellness. So basically, you know, our wellness is comprised of the many life aspects that we have. It's comprised of our relationships, of our family, of our health, of our lifestyle, of our vocation, our purpose, and so many parts. And all of this comprise the complete self that it is us, right? And when one of these areas are in misalignment with our values, with what's important to us, things don't feel right. Things get stuck. I mean, if you can imagine a wheel, like a wheel of a car, if one of its angles is not quite right, the ride is quite bumpy. It's not really moving smoothly and nicely. So paying attention to this is really important. So I am a holistic results-oriented life coach, and I help people deal with well-being, anything related to stress or pain, phobias, allergies. Of course, with allergies, always advise with physician first, eating habits, personal things relating to confidence and motivation and relationship, and professional relating to public speaking, time management, and more. And I help people take back control of their lives, because sometimes when we feel stuck, we feel that we don't have any other choice. And by taking back control of our lives, we feel more empowered. And through the mind-body work of communicating with our unconscious mind, we gain mental and emotional freedom of everything that is inhibiting us from achieving what we want, because all of this baggage, unconscious baggage that we carry from our childhood and from many things, and then we can simply just achieve our desired outcome. And NLP is a holistic approach, really, because it explores the structure of the subjective experience. So everyone is unique, but it's how we explore together how it is that you code your experience and make meaning of them. That makes a difference. Okay, and before we begin, I'd like to ask, just note any of you who's here with us, in the past month, how many of you have experienced relatively little stress? And if you can, you can raise your hand or put it in the chat box or whatever. Relatively little stress. And how about a moderate stress? Yeah. Or what about a lot of stress? We have this COVID-19. Yes, me too sometimes. So my intent here today is to help and give you some tips and some strategies as to how we can take back control and give ourselves some stress relief in all of that. And I would like to start with an analogy. So what will happen if you were to hold a glass full of water for 1 minute? Katie, what would happen if you were to hold a glass of water for 1 minute?
I'd probably be just fine.
Yeah, just fine. But what if you were holding it for 5 minutes, like keeping it up in an upright position for 5 minutes?
It would start to get a little, I would probably wanting to like switch it to my other hand or something because I would start to be tired or something like that.
Yeah. What about for a complete hour? A whole hour holding it like this?
I would want to put it down by then.
Yeah. And what about 8 hours? I
would be done and wondering what like weird, cruel exercise I was doing.
Right. So stress is the same. Sometimes it's not the amount of stress that we hold on to, it's the time that we hold on to that stress. And remembering that it's the time that we hold on to that stress that gives us more pain than the actual amount of the immediate pain itself. Okay, so this is an analogy. Now we have a lot of external stressors, with COVID, relationships in the house, financials, everything. Everything is so interrelated to our house. We have a lot of external stressors, but in addition to that, Dr. Wayne Dyer says the truth is that there is no actual stress or anxiety in the world. It's your thoughts that create these false beliefs. You can't package stress, touch it, or see it. There are only people engaged in stressful thinking. I mean, think about it, because we can have the same situation for two people. One person would take it easily and another would not, for the same external situation, right? And obviously it's not easy, but we need to remember that we have a choice. We need to bring this to our awareness, to our attention, that first of all, to bring to our attention that we are in a stressful state, in a stress state. And remember, where focus goes, energy flows. That means that whenever we put our attention to, this is where we grab more on it. So first, if we notice we're stressed, we need to be aware of it. And we know we can also be calm. If we notice the good stuff in our life, because we are there, we have, most of the people still have the roof over their heads, right? We still live in an abundant, we still have, food in our refrigerator, hopefully, for a lot of people. Our family, most of them are healthy. We need to focus on those things and remember that we're more blessed and fortunate than many other people in the world. So just keep that into attention, and then we bring more, and this already reduces the amount of stress that we can have, right? So let's already start with bringing you the first tip here. So the first one is to notice the present moment. Notice the present moment. If you notice your posture, if you notice that your head is turning downwards, if you notice shallow breathing, if you notice your thoughts are running in a loop of negative thoughts, you are in a stressful situation. And I'm sure Katie has already talked about it, you know, the mind-body connection, how stress affects our well-being. You know, cortisol level rise up, our immune system go down, and this can really affect us. So the first thing is to be minded of the present moment, the present situation, because in the present moment, there's nothing scary for the most part, right? It is when we think of the past, or when we may live in fear, or when we think of the future, we may have anxiety of the unknown. But when we're noticing the present moment, we're okay, right? But the first thing to help bring this relaxation response into our muscles is with the breath. So if we take a relaxed moment, so I'd like to have you experiment this with me for a moment. Just notice how a breath can really help. So there are various types of breathing techniques, and we will practice one of them. And I would like to start, and I'll guide you, Katie, and everyone else that is listening right now or will listen later. So let's just take a purifying breath into our lungs. Sit comfortably on your chair with your both feet on the ground, your palms on your laps, facing up. And we will start with a ha breathing. I'd like you to breathe in fully through your nose and let your belly fill with air. Now breathe out through your mouth with a ha breathing. Ha, and as you do the ha breathing, notice your shoulders go down and relieving the stress that you have in your shoulders and body. Let's do it one more time. Now place your one hand on your belly and place the other on your chest. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a ha sound. You can literally hear your sound as you take it out. And as you breathe in, feel your belly rise. And as you breathe out, feel your belly lower. And the hands on your belly should move more than the one on your chest eventually. Let's take another deep breath. And one last one. Fill your belly in. And take the air out. You can come back to the room now and open your eyes when you're ready.
I feel better.
Yeah, right? It doesn't take a lot to regain this control back and feel calmer, right? And simply feel calmer. Good. So I hope that as you practice it, notice that this is within your, you can do it in your daily practice very easily. And you can have control over your stress level like this very easily. And now I'd like you to introduce you to another practice. So this is called the coach state. The coach state is a model developed by Robert Dilts. He's the founder of the NLP University here in Santa Cruz. And he noticed that, you know, sometimes when we feel stuck, it's first of all, as I said before, to be mindful of our situation and recognizing if we are having a negative state, and know that we can, in a way, very easily shift from a negative state to a positive state. Because sometimes we're stuck, we don't know what to do, but I want to remind you that we have a choice. So if we really want to get out of that feeling stuck place, we can do that. So a crash state would be a state. This is, by the way, acronyms. The crash state and coach state are acronyms. So crash state stand for contracted, if we feel like contracted in our body, if we're feeling that we are acting from a reactive mode, or in an analysis paralysis mode, we feel separation from everyone else, or we feel some kind of hurt and hateful. So this is a state that we can find ourselves, or sometimes we can notice one of our students acting like this. This is why I incorporated those Winnie the Pooh images. If we feel stuck, like Winnie the Pooh, he's very discouraged here. He's feeling stuck. And sometimes we feel stuck and our students feel stuck. But we can feel very resourceful if we choose to. And that would be the coach state. And the coach state stands for to be centered, to feel open, to be aware or awake, alive, to feel connected to ourselves and others and the universe, and to hold the space. Hold the space for whatever we want to summon upon us. And they feel differently. And I want you to, let's just do this exercise together and practice how that feels. So as we bring our intention to where we want to be, I invite you all to stand up. I hope I can hear you here with, let's see if I move my camera a little bit. So you can see me stand. So I invite you all to get up of your chair and stand up with me. And as we do this, we put our intention into each one of these words. We take a deep breath as we inhale in and give our intention. And we'll also add some movements with our hands to make it more, the mind-body connection, the words that we say to ourselves, and the mind, how we, and the body. So you can follow me. The first word that we give our intention to is centered, and we will use it as affirmation word sentences. So I am centered. We'll take a breath. We'll take our hands and we'll bring it down. With a breath, exhale, I am centered. And Katie, you can do that too with me. I am centered.
I am centered.
I am open.
I am open.
When we breathe in and out, having this word in our heart, I'm open. I am aware.
I am aware.
I am awake. I'm alive. Anything that starts with the A and makes sense to you, I'm aware. I am connected to my mind, to my heart, to my belly, to the person I'm communicating with, to the universe. I'm connected. And I'm ready to hold space for miracles to happen.
I am ready to hold space for miracles to happen.
I like the word miracle. As I add the word miracle, I feel a smile on my face. It already makes me feel happier and more calm. I do this practice before any of my coaching sessions or before I give a lecture. It helps me center, be grounded, relax, and be ready for my session. So I hope you feel relaxed too after doing this.
Yeah, I think this would be a really easy, quick thing that educators could do, like first thing in the morning before, you're going to open your door to a classroom or greet your colleagues. It could just be you could do it in a minute, and you could just ground yourself and get into that coach state so that then you bring that much calmer energy into your day, both for yourself and your students. So
yes.
So a nice, really easy.
Yes. And I think that teachers can do it also with their students as well, to start this morning with some practice. And you could be creative about that. You can change the wordings. If you want to bring more energy to this, you can say, I'm energetic this morning, and just bring whatever state you want your students to be in for your session. That would be a quick and easy way to breathe in and out and do a quick session about that. So once you have yourself relaxed, after you've taken a few breaths in and out, after you've brought yourself into the right state, a resourceful state that you want to be in, you can start thinking on the future. think of what is your desired outcome for the next session that you want to bring it. So my desired outcome for this session is to help you bring some stress relief strategies and some clarity. So for anything that you want to have, is just think for a moment, what is your desired outcome for the moment, either for the upcoming outcome or planning ahead. The first thing would be to set your intent. And as I know, Katie already shared with you in her beginning of the program, set your intent. What is your intent? This is one of the most key important steps before you move on. As you set your intent to what it is or how it is that you want to come across and bring yourself in, first intent. And once you do, you can start to focus. Remember to focus on what you want. Remind yourself a couple of times a day, this is what I want. I'll focus on what I want. And once you know that, start acting upon it. And we can go ahead and do some other meditation exercise, some kind of guided meditation. And I know that Katie has gave you some assignments for the week to do, and think to yourself of your why. What's important to you? Why is it important to you? And set your intent for your upcoming and how do you want to see yourself. So this meditation will also help you see yourself in that moment of achieving what you want. So I invite you again to find a comfortable position in your chair and take a deep breath. And when you're ready, close your eyes. And let's incorporate everything that we've learned now through the guided meditation. So as you take a breath, just notice maybe the temperature in the room for a moment. And notice your posture on the chair and how it feels like it. And take another breath in and out. And I would like you to start imagining yourself walking in nature. It's a beautiful day outside, and you're glad you allowed yourself the time for this walk. And you're holding a few leaves that you collected along the way. And after a few steps, you make a decision that it's time to let go of the leaves and any other thing in your life that is holding you back or keeping you stressed. One at a time. It may be an unpleasant emotion or feeling, maybe a limiting belief about what you can or can't do, some thought patterns or unhealthy habits, maybe a physical pain, or anything else that no longer is serving you. And you keep on walking. Outside in nature. And you are ready to let go of the first leaf. And the leaf drops softly from your hand. And you keep on moving forward. You now let go of the second leaf. And it is left behind you. And you keep on walking. It is time to let go of the third leaf, the fourth leaf. And with letting go of the fifth leaf, you let go of everything that was creating a burden on you, all the excess baggage. And as you take another breath, you now feel lighter, more vibrant, and liberated. And you even feel a sense of achievement and joy. You find a place to rest. stand there in front of you, you see a magnificent view. You see your future self, the you that has already achieved the goal you set yourself to achieve. Your future self has used their internal and external resources to achieve your desired outcome. Notice your posture. Notice how you look, what you do. Notice what you believe about yourself now, after that you have achieved it. Soon you will have a great opportunity to watch a day in your future self life from the moment you open your eyes in the morning till the day ends and you fall asleep. And you can look how content you look like in the future. And I will continue to talk in 20 seconds from now. And now that you've watched your future self, you're excited because you know it is possible for you. The future looks bright and inspiring. And with joy in your heart and mind, you start stepping all the way back from your nature walk. And with every step, you start to return to full awareness. 5, you start to wiggle your fingers and toes. 4, becoming aware of the sounds around you. 3, take a deep breath. 2, stretch. 1, open your eyes and you're back in the room with full awareness. Welcome back. How do you feel?
Great. I pictured a very content, happy, peaceful person. That's exactly what I want.
Wonderful. And sometimes we may need some more time, so you can pause the video, allow yourself some more time to visual everything vividly and incorporate all your senses. The more you see, the more elements you can visualize, you can hear or taste, and notice your posture, and really walk yourself from the morning throughout the day until you go to bed, and see how much you have accomplished. Already the ability to visualize that in our minds. As far as the mind is concerned, you've already done this. So the next time you actually come to fulfill this, it's not new to the mind anymore. You've already created some new neurological paths that makes it more familiar to your brain to start achieving this more easily.
That's exactly what I want to do, and that's exactly what I want everyone to be able to do throughout this program. So these have been such amazing steps. I think like we could use these again and again and again. So Michelle, tell me about how everyone can stay connected with you, and how, and I'm also curious how, like, what the work you do to help your clients with their wellness and their symptoms. So tell me a little bit about how to stay connected and all that good stuff.
Yes. Okay. So I'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
I just want to finish our analogy first.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah. So if you remember the glass of water you were holding in the beginning,
yeah,
and it was stressful to hold it for so long. So first of all, remember that you have those tools available to you, readily available to you to use. And I hope that you have, in this short presentation, you were able to release the hold of your stress and replace it maybe, you know, with a healthy, fresh of water and some lemon and mint, and to your health. This is what I drink every day. every morning throughout the day. I have a whole jar. I don't know if you can see, I have a whole jar,
Awesome.
and I fill my cup with, cucumber and apples and lemon and mint. And this is really refreshing and reminds myself that I'm doing something good to my life and as part of my lifestyle and health being practices.
It's awesome.
Really important to drink. Okay, so yes, so thank you all for listening to this. So I do lectures and workshops and coaching and one-on-one coaching sessions. So if you ever need me to call me for a lecture or a workshop, so feel free to contact me. I would also like to give you a free guided meditation. It's about a 16 to 17 minute guided meditation that I recorded right as the coronavirus started to spread. It's a meditation for relaxation and for mental boosting your immune system. This is really important that we keep us healthy from within, and with guided meditation, we can do that. So the meditation exists on my website, on my blog, and it's called, so my website is mydesiredoutcome.com/blog/immune-system-meditation. You can get there. If you want to connect with me, you can do that through my email, connect@mydesiredoutcome.com. And if you go to my website, you can schedule a Zoom meeting with me, your free 15-minute call. And also you can like my Facebook page, it's called My Desired Outcome, and connect to my YouTube channel to get some updates. So thank you so much for everyone that has that wants to consult with me about anything relating to their well-being or want to achieve their desired outcome in those areas that I talked about. So Katie, thank you for asking for some wellness and self-healing examples. So my journey with the mind-body connection has started off when my child was 6 years old and she had viral warts. Well, in fact, it started off when I had viral warts on my toe for 2 years. And when I went to my skin doctor, it didn't help for 2 years. I would go every 6 weeks to get it frozen with liquid nitrogen, and it only got worse. And after 2 years that I suffer like this, my 6-year-old daughter had exactly 2 little viral warts on her toe. And eventually, as I came aware of guided imagery, it was gone in a few days, and my warts were gone as well. So I was totally amazed and shocked about this, our mind capability. So these are some of the things that I personally helped my clients and myself and my family members to deal with. So as I said, warts, fast healing of cuts, reducing high fever, pink eye with no antibiotics, with nothing. Of course, we went to the doctor. We go to the doctor, and I encourage you to check yourself with physicians first. But just know that you have more power than you think you have, and learning how to trust our own inner body. Start feeling those being aware of our emotions, being aware of our physical symptoms, advise with doctors, and just know that you have more power than you think you have with the power of your mind as well. Helping people get rid of nail biting, allergies, insomnia, phobias. I helped someone overcome a phobia from claustrophobia, closed spaces. So he was able to do an MRI for his heart, improved vision, vertigo, anxiety, hemorrhoids, chronic pains, relief of Crohn's disease. I had a 62-year-old client who suffered from Crohn's disease for 7 years. She was also anemic. As I worked with her to reduce the stress levels in her life, her blood works improved tremendously, and her hemoglobin got into the normal range for the first time. Fast healing after surgery of taking off wisdom tooth, urinary retentions, and more. So I'm always amazed, and I also helped someone get pregnant, and with guided meditation, with specific guided meditation that I gave her, or eliminating pains in the jaw that someone suffered for 6 years and nothing has helped them. So I'm always amazed by this mind-body connection and how it can help people. And I'm really fascinated by that. So
Well, this has
just
been
being able to explore this.
Oh. This has been absolutely amazing. There's just been so many gems of wisdom and tools that we can use. And there are also a lot of, really just, things they could go deep with, but also bite-sized things that they could just readily incorporate, that we all can incorporate readily into our days. As educators, we tend to have very busy days with, being with kids all the time, which may look a little different during this pandemic, but, but just wanted to say thank you so very much for being here with us today. And so I will definitely let everyone know about how to connect with you. Thank you so much for these gifts, the free meditation, both the ones we just did and then also this other one. So I encourage all of you to stay in touch with Michelle, and thank you again. So
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna get out of the, sorry about that. I'm gonna go from the.
They're saying, the universe is saying we're done.
The universe is saying, yeah. How do I disconnect from the stop sharing?
Oh, at the bottom. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Great, now I can see your beautiful face in big.
Yes.
Awesome. So thank you so much, and may all of you watching have a wonderful day, and may you all use these tools to get your desired outcomes.
Yes.
So
may you all have
a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.